welcome. In today's explainer, we are diving into a huge topic. How do you find real, actual inner peace right in the middle of our busy, chaotic, everyday lives? Yeah, forget the mountaintop retreat for a second. We're talking about a kind of peace you can tap into right now.
And get this. This quote comes from someone who found this incredible state not during some silent retreat, but while doing yard work. Think about that. It wasn't about escaping life. It was about choosing a different way to be in life. And that one choice, it created 2 straight days of peace.
So that's really the big question for our journey today, isn't it? We're going to explore how to make that choice, not just once in a while, but as a consistent way of living. Okay, let's dive right in.
First things first, we got to figure out our why. The path to inner peace often starts with understanding what's pushing us to even look for it. Your motivation? Well, that's your map.
Think of this as a kind of roadmap for our own evolution as seekers. A lot of us, and I mean a lot, start out in crisis mode, right? We're just trying to stop the pain. From there, we might become an upgrade seeker, asking the universe for better stuff, a better job, a better relationship. Then the journey can lead to becoming a researcher, where you just get so curious about how reality actually works. And that final stage, it's all about embodying your true, peaceful self, totally free from the roller coaster of winning and losing. Just take a second and see, where do you feel you are right now?
All right, next up, let's meet the cast of characters that get in the way. Once we know our why, we have to get real about what's blocking our peace. And a fantastic way to think about these obstacles is as a set of, very persistent inner neighbors.
And here they are. You've got the noise from the outside world, always demanding your attention. You've got the constant needs of your body, hunger, thirst, aches, pains. Then there's the mind with its endless wanting this, not wanting that. Oh, and let's not forget the intellectual ego, the part that thinks it's got it all figured out. And finally, there's just plain old ignorance of our true nature. Each one of these is like a neighbor knocking on your door, trying to pull you out of your peaceful home.
And here is the absolute key. We're not trying to evict these neighbors. We're not trying to fight them. The whole goal is to simply become aware of them, to see the ego pop up, to notice the body sensations, to watch the mind go back and forth, and to do it all without getting sucked into their drama. Just notice.
Okay, so we know our motivation. We've met the obstacles. Now for the really practical part, the toolkit. This is where we get a simple but incredibly powerful meditation practice that literally anyone can use. And you might be wondering, does this actually work? Well, look at this. This simple practice of observing your neighbors instead of fighting them can literally, and I mean literally, shrink your emotional reaction time from days all the way down to seconds. Dennis Yarkovoy from our source material shared this exact experience. Something that would have normally thrown him off for 2 whole days was over and done with in a moment. That is the power of shifting from reaction to awareness. So here it is, the core technique. It's just 3 simple steps. First, awareness. Just consciously notice your body, your posture, where you are. This anchors you. Second, focus. Bring your attention to the simple physical feeling of your breath coming in and going out. That's it. And third, deepen. As you breathe, just mentally repeat a simple mantra, something like Om Shanti, which just means peace. Awareness, focus, and deepening. It's a powerful way to turn inward, anytime, anywhere.
So where is all this practice actually leading us? Well, the goal isn't just a fleeting feeling of calm that comes and goes. The real destination is a stable internal state of being, what our source material calls a quiet inner fire.
Now, this isn't the anxious, grasping kind of desire we're all used to. This is something totally different. It's a calm, steady drive for freedom. Freedom from anxiety, from constantly judging things as good or bad. It's the persistent, quiet flame of just knowing who you really are beneath all the noise.
And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got burning nerves. That's that anxious energy, that feeling that things have to happen your way, and it always needs validation from the outside. But on the right, you have the quiet inner fire. That's calm, it's clear, it's rooted inside you, and it's totally detached from whether you win or lose. It's a love for things just as they are.
I mean, what a beautiful way to say it. This teaching just captures that state perfectly. To have a mind that's as wide open and spacious as the sky, letting thoughts and feelings just float by without grabbing onto them, and at the same time, to act from a place that's as grounded and stable as a rooted tree. Expansive and grounded, all at once.
So this whole journey from stressed to centered, it's not really about becoming someone new. It's about becoming aware of the peace that's already inside you. And it all starts with one single step of observation. So think back to those 6 inner neighbors we met.
The outside world, the body, the mind's chatter. Which one will you decide to just watch, without judgment, first? Your journey starts right there.